I must work while it is day. When night comes, nobody can work. You must work while it is day.
Hello, how are you? I hope you are doing well. This is Dr. Wilbert Aramutoko welcoming you to our very new channel, Living Legends BW, celebrating our living heroes and heroines. And today in this show, I am joined by Attorney Chuchuchu Nchunga Nchunga. Thank you, sir, for being the first to appear on this channel.
Yes,
we
sir.
really appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. And the reason why we brought you to the show is we believe that you have something great to pass on to the coming generations, because you are a high flyer yourself in terms of career, in terms of music, in terms of teaching people about personal development and marriage. You are, a highly versatile man, and you never cease to amaze me, because with all this, you're such a humble man. You're down to earth. On social media, day in, day out, you're always teaching people. Thank you so much for joining us, and I'm sure our people are going to benefit a lot from you. So feel free to tell people, who is Attorney Chuchuchu Nchunga Nchunga? Where do you come from? What do you like eating? How is your family like? And then in the second segment, we shall be talking more about your personal development, your marriage teachings. We shall be talking about probably, your music as well.
Thank you.
Over to you.
Full names: Attorney, name; Chuchuchu, name; Chunga, name; Nchunga, surname. I have to do this because people confuse the profession and the name. So it's just one of those coincidences.
Interesting.
I come from Kavimba village in Botswana.
Nice.
I'm married to one wife.
One wife.
And I have 2 children, and I'm satisfied with both.
Wow, I like that.
By profession, I'm a lawyer. I work for government, and other than that, as you correctly mentioned, I'm a writer, I'm a singer, I'm a guitarist, I'm a preacher, and because I read a lot, I'm forced to share some motivations from my extensive readings.
Nice. Extensive readings.
Extensive readings.
Amazing stuff.
Yes, sir.
Amazing stuff. So, in terms of schooling, where did you school? Is there anything you want to share with our viewers?
Well, in a nutshell, like everybody else, primary school in the village in Kavimba, secondary school Maung, then I went for national service, then University of Botswana, first and second year, then transferred to University of Edinburgh in Scotland, third and fourth year, came back and graduated at UB, and then after some years I went for my master's in commercial law at University of Cape Town, UCT. In between there will be the usual short courses.
All right.
Especially on leadership development.
Nice one. Amazing. So, in terms of what do you like eating, what do you like drinking? We just see high flyers, and we want to learn some things from you.
Some of my menus are a little bit embarrassing.
Okay. How embarrassing is embarrassing?
There's an element of the village which does not leave you even if you develop.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very broad in terms of appetite.
Okay.
But when everything has been said and done, I still would prefer some pap with sour milk.
Okay. Wow.
I can eat everything complicated, but pap with sour milk is like the thing that reminds me of the village.
Wow. Interesting. Interesting. So, is there anything you want to encourage our viewers in terms of health and taking care of themselves, what they eat, what they drink?
Obviously, these days we seem to have a lot of food-related ailments.
Okay.
Last year, I went on a challenge from February to February. I just said no meat and chicken. And I realized, although I'm not a doctor, that, it helped me in terms of discipline and anti-obesity discipline.
Okay.
So I would say to people, food was meant to enrich us. Surely it should not be the source of so many illnesses. There's a need for discipline in terms of what we eat.
Discipline.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Good to hear that. So many people talk about mentorship. In your life, do you have mentors? Do you have role models? Do you have people you look up to? What would you say to our generation? Because one of the biggest challenges I've seen today is that you see people being interviewed in newspapers or in magazines or maybe on radio, and they are asking, who is your role model? They say, I'm my own role model. Who is your mentor? I'm my own mentor. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. Somebody needs some people guiding them in their life.
I'm very fortunate because having grown up in the broader church body, I have access to a lot of great men and women who have opened their doors for me if I need help. Even if I don't mention them by name for obvious reasons, but there are some people that I go to. One that I can easily mention is Dr. Udirile and the husband. Yeah, they're my friends and mentors. She's at the university.
Wow.
But there are others who, every time I need some guidance, I can go to them.
Wow.
The other advantage I have is access to books. Because when you read books by great men and women, especially autobiographies, you are learning somebody's life in that 300 pages. So that is also part of mentorship.
Wow.
As long as you read and internalize and practice. The problem is just reading without practicing what you are reading. So some of my mentorship is from real people who are more successful and more mature than me, but some is also from reading books. That is why at any given time I'm always reading 2, 3, 4 books.
Wow. Personal development.
Personal development.
And let me say this to our viewers that right here in the interview room, I'm talking to one of my role models. I'm talking to one of my fathers, and I'm proud to call him my mentor. A man of one wife, a man of discipline, a man who is always reading, and I'm learning a lot from him. And I'm sure it inspires all of us out there to make sure we have people that we are following, people who are exemplary. Now, I have another question.
Yes, sir.
Still on you. I know you have a lot of friends. I don't know whether it's a lot, but you have friends. Some of them are ministers, some are in different positions. But when we see the Attorney Chuchuchu Nchunga Nchunga on Facebook and other places mingling with different people, you are very different from the rest of others. I mean, how do you do it? How is it that you are a high flyer by God's grace and you are linked to so many people in high positions, but you can bring yourself down to be able to impact people who are not at your level?
Well, I've discovered that when all has been said and done, there is no greater treasure in life than relating with people.
Wow.
Ordinary people.
Wow.
And also, the thing about people is this. Your position is an assignment.
Okay.
Your riches, your wealth is an assignment. That same person that you don't want to associate with because they don't have much, one day they could be the next billionaire, they could be the next Donald Trump. So I've realized this, that people, what you have in life is a cycle. So I don't have a problem associating with anybody. And besides, because all of us were made in the image of God, we all have that uniqueness. Whatever level you are in life, there's something about you which nobody else has, as long as you discover it and develop it.
Wow. Wow.
So the conversation that I can have with a friend of mine who is a member of parliament or minister or CEO, I'll have a certain level of enrichment. But if I just spend time with somebody who is struggling out of school, there's something that they have which the other friend doesn't have.
Wow.
So I don't have a problem with relating with people.
Wow.
Because I see the image of God in them and the uniqueness.
Wow.
And in any case, it's better to relate with people whom you can help.
Yes.
Not just people because if I relate with you, I will benefit.
Yeah.
So, and the other aspect which you mentioned, in life, when you are on the ground, you will not fall.
Okay.
But when you are up there, there is so much possibility of falling.
Okay.
So if you are a wise man, it's better to always keep yourself as much as possible humble. Because when you are humble, you will never fall.
Wow. Wow.
Because
wow.
humility is a choice.
Wow. Wow.
But
wow.
when you are up there, there's nothing wrong with being up there, but the possibilities of falling are so many. So always keep yourself humble and simple. And when you do that, you are not diminishing your status.
Okay.
Yeah. Because humility is not stupidity.
Okay.
It's a choice that you make.
Wow, wow, wow. Right here on Living Legends BW, where we are celebrating our living heroes and heroines. Because sometimes, we want to talk good when people have gone. Why not learn from them while they are still alive? Thank you so much for joining us at Chuchuchu Nchunga Nchunga. And to you, our viewers, we are going on a short break right now, but we will be right back shortly. And Chuchuchu Nchunga Nchunga will be continuing, and he will be telling us a little bit more about tips for career growth, probably tips on marriage, and we will end by talking about his music. Thank you so much. Bye for now. Welcome back, Dr. Wilbert Aramutoko. That's my name. Welcome back to Living Legends BW, where we are celebrating our living heroes and heroines. Why not celebrate them while they are still alive? And I'm with attorney Chuchuchu Nchunga Nchunga. And earlier on, he was talking about himself, where he went to school and things like that. And right now, I would like you to tell our viewers, you mentioned earlier on that you are a man of one wife. And everybody, majority of the people out there, they are struggling to have one wife. How have you managed? How long has been your marriage so far? And how has it been? What are the principles that you are following?
Yes, thank you. You're asking me something which is very close to my heart. My wife is my best friend. She's the closest person to me.
Wow.
So obviously, in a population of over 7 billion, I decided to choose one. And I'm obligated, because nobody forced me with a gun, to respect that choice.
Wow.
And make sure that I enjoy that choice. It was a choice that I made. And also, it is a privilege that with all these handsome, more educated, more than 3 billion male species, she decided on me.
Wow.
So I really consider it a privilege. That's why I have to honor my vows.
Wow. Straight to the point. I like the fact that you keep on mentioning the word choice.
Choices.
So which means life is about choices.
Choices.
Wow. So there is nothing we can add to that.
Of course, there's a lot.
Okay.
A lot of people believe that marriage is destroyed by challenges. But that is, when you analyze it, it's not necessarily true. Because I'll give you 2 illustrations.
Okay.
A woman who is married scrolls through the husband's phone and she sees a text says sweetie life.
Okay.
And it sours the whole relationship. She doesn't know who it's coming from. It could be a cousin, it could be a wrong message to the wrong phone.
Okay.
And another married couple, the husband misbehaves and is involved in adultery, and there's a child. The parents come in, they counsel them, they decide to forgive each other, and the marriage goes on. The one with the text, the marriage is broken. Now, who has the bigger challenge? Obviously, the one where they are paying maintenance. But this marriage is alive, that other one has collapsed. So basically, it goes back to the issue of choice. It's not very much about challenges. Challenges will come and go. But your response and the decisions you make and the choices is what will treasure the marriage.
Wow.
The other illustration which you all know is the illustration of the marriage which was destroyed by Colgate. The man was a village man like me. When he uses the Colgate, he just presses in the middle. The wife was well brought up, you know. She presses it up nicely. So the way it happened, one day the woman got fed up because she always has to fix it. And then in her losing her temper, she says, "What is wrong with you, Mutoko? Didn't your mother teach you how to do Colgate?" And the man did not like anybody mentioning the mother. And in the anger, he clapped the wife. And the wife said, "Nobody has ever clapped me, not even my father. I'm out of this thing."
Oh, shame.
Colgate.
Just a toothpaste?
Just toothpaste. So it's not about challenges. If Colgate can destroy a marriage, I don't think it's about challenges. The other 2 pillars which I believe they maintain a marriage is wisdom and knowledge and understanding.
Wow.
That is why after 27 years of marriage, I still read per month 2 books minimum on marriage.
Wow.
And whenever there's a marriage workshop or seminar, if I'm available, I attend.
Wow.
Because I realize that some things that happen in marriage is because of ignorance.
Wow.
When you have knowledge from books, from other people, you can work your way through a lot of so-called challenges.
Wow. Thank you so much, sir. What a mouthful. Now, I have had the privilege to be mentored by you, and I'm still being mentored by you. And the reason why I brought you on the show and being the first one is because I know you. And I want people to benefit as much as possible from what I have benefited from you since 2006.
Yes.
Now, having talked about reading, you said per month you try to read a minimum of 2 books on marriage.
Yes.
How many books do you normally read per month?
My minimum average book is 4 per month.
Okay.
Of course, I have a very busy schedule.
Right.
Sometimes I manage, sometimes I don't.
Okay.
But I maintain the minimum. I always have a menu.
Wow.
Books, these I'm going to read for this month. And normally 2 of them are on relationship and marriage.
Wow. Wow.
So 4. That works out on 1 per week.
Wow.
When I manage, I celebrate. When I don't manage, I don't give up.
Wow. So that means nothing just happens by chance. You have to follow some principles, you have to increase your knowledge base and your information.
Yes.
Now, going to the last part of our interview, you are a musician. And I've watched your music. I have, shared on WhatsApp with people, some in South Africa, some in Zimbabwe, all over. And people are telling me, they are giving me wonderful feedback concerning your songs.
Yes.
Tell us, when did you start this music and how has it been so far?
Yes, the music journey is a very interesting one because being brought up by a father who was a pastor, I was not allowed to touch the guitar.
Okay.
My old father in the village thought a guitar is a sinful instrument. So it's only when I went to my own secondary school, some 300 kilometers away from home, that I started learning how to play the guitar away from my father.
Okay.
And when he learned that I played the guitar, the old man was not happy, but he realized that it has not changed me as a person.
Okay.
So he accepted.
All right.
But I seriously got to improve my guitar playing when I was now already working and I joined the JGM band in Johnny.
Okay.
When you play alone and when you play with a group is different.
Okay.
It was there in the band that I was taught. No, you don't play like this. You play like this. I'm saying, because when you play alone, you don't have anybody to coach you. You're just singing at your pace.
All right.
Now playing in a band, it really gives you, it's a school.
Wow.
Then the person
Do you remember, sorry to interrupt you, do you remember when this was?
That was in 1990 when I was the magistrate for joining.
Okay.
Then I joined the JGM, the Jesus Generation Movement, and they had a band.
Wow.
And we used to practice a lot.
This again emphasizes the issue I was talking about earlier, the issue of humility, where you are a magistrate and then you are in a band and they are teaching you how to play.
Yes.
Wow.
Actually, some people were surprised to see that his worship, the magistrate, playing the guitar.
Wow.
Then when I moved to Lobatse, 91 to 95, I also joined the PPC band.
Okay.
So that also helped me because people like Pastor Shumi, they were starting in music, and the senior Lubinda were in that band, so it really helped me to grow.
Wow.
But in terms of album, it was only in 2000 and, was it 2000, I think some 2 years before you met me, around 2004, 2003, 2004, when I produced my first album.
Right.
Yeah, you can tell from that album that I was struggling. It was like a baby walking.
All right.
And then we redid the album with Ernest Sarkosing, and it improved.
All right.
And then in 2005-06, we did the other album, which was better. But the breakthrough was the album that I did with Baba Flo in December 2015.
Nice.
He has extensive skills as a guitarist.
Wow.
So I say to myself, although I'm a musician in my own right and guitarist, for this album, I'll allow this man freedom.
Okay.
And when you have a producer, give them freedom.
All right.
We did
Are
the
you
raw
listening,
mixes.
upcoming musicians?
We did the raw mixes. We recorded, and then he went to South Africa for 3 weeks for the mixing and the mastering.
Wow.
And he improved a lot of things in the album.
Wow.
I always say, looking back, it's good that I was not there.
Okay.
Because I could have halted him within my limitations.
Oh.
So he was there with my permission to do whatever he can to improve the album.
Wow.
When you listen to the guitars, they are rich, they are crisp.
Too much.
I only did guitar on 2 songs in this new album.
Okay.
And but you can tell that the album is solid.
Wow, it is. It is.
So
big up to you, Baba Flo.
Baba Flo. He's a legend.
Yeah, he is a legend.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I would say to upcoming musicians, don't limit yourself because of what you know.
Mm-hmm.
There are some good producers out there
Wow.
who can take a very simple song and make it gold.
Wow.
Yeah, very simple song.
Wow.
In the album, there is a song which I just composed during the project.
Okay.
Kansuni me, you know, from traditional.
I was about to ask you to sing one of the songs. So please go ahead.
Kansuni me, siekuni jakola, kansuni. It's a very dramatic song. Although it's like a conversation with, you know, you are literally telling the enemy that please don't provoke me, Satan. And there's a bit of dramatization.
Okay.
But it just started in the studio.
Wow.
And Baba Flo, with his skills of guitar, he took that song, polished it. Now it's a classic.
Wow.
And with the skills of NS Sarkozy on video.
Big up to you, NS
Sarkozy. Because when you do video, you must come up with a concept.
All right.
And the concept that he put on that song,
wow,
it's one of those which was not very old in the album. Just new, composed in my studio garage.
Wow.
But he came up with a very powerful concept. So concept and planning, those can raise the profile of any project.
Wow.
Concept
And
planning. Because that's why God managed to come up with a very beautiful world. He had a concept and a plan.
Wow.
It did not just happen.
Wow. Wow. This applies, I think, to marriage, to career, to business, everything. So do you have any last words to our viewers, wherever they are watching Living Legends BW right now?
3 last words on music. A lot of people I know who can sing and compose music better than me, but because of career, they stopped their passion.
Oh, okay.
If you have a passion for music, please don't kill it. Pursue any other career, but also pursue the passion, which is what I did.
Wow.
Over 29 years as a senior government lawyer, but I still pursue my career as a musician.
Wow.
Yes. Make sure that you meet other people in your career or industry who can push you up.
Okay.
Without some of these legends I mentioned, Bo Baba Flo, Bo Ernest, Bo Dr. Shumi Udirile, who encouraged me. Because at first I thought I was going to the studio to record one solo.
Okay.
Then I was told, no, you can do an album. Then I said, but I can only play guitar. And say, no, other people can play keyboard and other instruments.
Wow.
So you really need people.
Big up to you, Dr. Shumi Udirile.
People.
And your husband.
People can lift you up. Yes. No, here I'm talking about the son.
The son.
The
son.
son.
Dr. Shumi.
Dr.
The son.
Shumi,
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Big up to you.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And obviously, you also talked about the mom and the husband.
Mom and dad,
big mentors. Big up to you
The
as
son,
mentors as well.
my encourager in music.
Wow, wow, wow.
Because we started together growing up at PPC, singing in the church band. By then, we were just using a combo with 6 channels.
Okay.
So, maintain good relations.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank
Probably the last thing would be, are there any challenges you have faced in music particularly?
The advantage that I have is because for me, music started as a hobby.
Oh, right.
I didn't go into music as a business.
Okay.
Because obviously, if you go into a business, there might be challenges of finances, marketing. With me, I have a career.
All right.
Full career, well-paid job. So I do music as a hobby.
All right.
So whatever happens or does not happen, it's a hobby, which
Oh.
I'm not going to stop.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But there are people who have a different situation because music is their only source of income.
Yeah.
So if things don't work out
Yeah.
in the marketing or in the project, it really affects them adversely.
Okay.
But where I believe I struggled was marketing, which is why I mentioned marketing.
Okay.
Because of my time. You do a very good project, and then most of your CDs are there in the house, and you have not come up with a good marketing strategy.
Okay.
I think that's where I need help.
Right.
And anybody who can come up with marketing strategy, please share them, because that's where most musicians are struggling.
All right. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Chuchuchu Nchunga Nchunga. It was great having you. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Hallelujah. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me. I'm a devil conqueror, I am a winner. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me. I'm a devil conqueror, I am a winner. I am a winner, I am a winner. I am a winner, I am a winner. I'm a devil conqueror, I am a winner. I'm a devil conqueror, I am a winner. I am a winner, I am a winner. I am a winner, I am a winner. I'm a devil conqueror, I am a winner. I'm a devil conqueror, I am a winner. I am a winner, I am a winner. I am a winner, I am a winner. I'm a devil conqueror, I am a winner. I'm a devil conqueror, I am a winner. I'm already a conqueror. The Spirit of the Lord is upon my life. I'm a devil conqueror, I am a winner. I am a winner, I am a winner. Everywhere I go, I am a winner. In my office, I am a winner. Everywhere I enter, I am a winner. At my workplace, I am a winner. No matter what they do, I am a winner. Oh, I am a winner. I'm a conqueror. I am a winner. I am a winner. We've been given power. I am a winner. I'm a devil conqueror. I am a winner. I'm a devil conqueror. I am a winner. Kimufenina, kimufeni, kimufenina, kimufeni. Hallelujah. Shimeha satanina, kimufeni. Kiamoshimeha satanina, kimufeni. I am a winner, I am a winner. I am a winner, I am a winner. I'm a winner. I'm a devil conqueror, I am a winner. Yes, sir. Everybody celebrate because we've been given power to tremble upon serpents and scorpions. The Spirit of the Lord is upon